So I've said it for years that working in the medical industry, tending to people who are sick or dying doesn't always make somebody a good person. In fact, there are countless stories of people who are in these positions abusing their power and treating these people who are quite literally depending on them to live like crap. And in some cases, their gain goes beyond a sense of power, and they start to benefit financially from these situations. Stealing from old, defenseless individuals is a story as old as time. Hell, even Netflix released a movie not too long ago about this very subject, and how far some of these criminals will go in their pursuit to scam. In steps Ayesha Basharat, a British nurse who did the unthinkable after a 38-year-old patient died right in front of her eyes. You would think a nurse would be accustomed to loss and would be interested in helping the family cope with what just happened, but not Ayesha, who saw the patient's death as her big moment, her chance to finesse the system, even if only for a mere bag of chips. Because 17 minutes after she was pronounced dead, this woman went through her wallet, found her debit card, and continued to go on to purchase said bag of chips from the vending machine around the corner, later that day making 5 additional purchases using this card, which was all of course caught in 4K on the security cameras within the hospital, and this led to some immediate suspicions from the patient's family, who were of course under a lot of stress and pain with the recent passing of a loved one. I mean, who else could have done this besides someone working within the hospital, and more specifically someone who was working in that room within the last 17 minutes? I guess it was pretty obvious because 4 days later she was caught again trying to use the same card for the same purpose to buy some more snacks from the vending machine, only this time they had obviously already caught on to her and were really just waiting for her to slip up again before making the accusation. And when she did slip up, she was immediately arrested. She tried to cover up by saying that she had no idea the card was in her purse and that she confused the credit card with her own despite them being very different colors. This lie of course did not work, and since then she has admitted to theft and fraud by false representation. Upon this admission, she was obviously fired and she was sentenced to 5 months in jail. I mean, really guys, imagine throwing your whole life away for a fucking bag of chips. It really doesn't get much stupider than this. But hey, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I mean, the woman was obviously competent enough, having the ability to go through school and become a nurse, so why would you ever think this type of thing was okay? And the thing I really couldn't believe out of all of this was that I actually saw idiots defending the nurse in this situation, saying that this is somehow the hospital's fault and that they should be paying a livable wage if they want to avoid incidents like this from occurring in their workplace, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. For one, it's not like nurses are out here making chump change, and more importantly, stealing money from a dead person when you're the one responsible for their well-being is a real piece of shit thing to do. I don't care if you have $0 in your bank account, resorting to stealing from someone who just died is some of the scummiest shit I've ever heard. And now that $10 purchase or whatever it was literally cost this woman her job, her freedom, and her integrity. All those years of schooling, studying for exams, the residential training, the job interviews, keeping up a good rapport, keeping up a good background check, all for nothing. She threw it all away in a matter of seconds because I honestly don't see anyone in the medical field hiring her after this major lapse in judgment. So now she has to sit in a jail cell for 5 months, literally one of the stupidest criminals we've ever seen here on the JAMARI channel. And I know you guys would be pissed out there if this was your grandma and she was out here stealing her debit card, okay? Let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today and subscribing, and I encourage you to go follow me on my social medias. That's at JAMARI Speaks on both Twitter and Instagram. And as y'all know, there's some other psychos out here that need to get covered, so it's been your boy, and I'm out. Peace!